Welcome to Halloween week where the kids go crazy. As a teacher, we always dread these holiday weeks. They're usually so much fun and I love them, but at the same time, you'll probably notice that your kiddos are not going to have a lot of focus because they're going to be excited about Halloween and they don't usually have a good grasp on like what is a good time frame, I guess. Like they don't understand that Halloween is still, 6 days away. They're just excited and they don't know why they're excited. So, but anyways, I have a lot of fun stuff planned. This week, I do still have, in Canvas, the little weekly thing if you want to go through it. But I am going to be doing it a little bit different this week just because normally having like a typical preschool week, like if they were in class with me, we would not be having a normal week this week just because they're going to be excited, their attention span is short, it just causes behavior issues if I try to have that like typical sit down and learn week. So I suggest that this week we turn it into like a little fun party week. So I emailed you out these really fun Play-Doh mats. There's all sorts of ones like W is for witch and they try to make the little faces. I just tucked them in my little plastic sleeve because that was easiest. But they've got J is for jack-o'-lantern, G is for ghost, F is for Frankenstein. There's so many in there. But this just makes for like a fun way that they're still talking about and learning their letters, but they're doing it with Play-Doh and it feels fun and it's not such a like trying to make them pay attention kind of thing. I also picked these up at, I think the grocery store or somewhere. They were $1, grocery outlet for $1. The dollar store has them, but these are really fun. If you tape up like letters or sight words or shapes or colors, whatever it is that your kid is practicing, like if you did those assessment and you notice like, oh, you know what, there's these like 5 letters that we're gonna practice. If you tape up or put those letters up like on a window or the wall or something like that, and they can stick these Halloween guys on the letters. That's also kind of a fun little activity to do to learn their letters. It's not like a sit and pay attention thing. I still have it on the lesson plan. You can still do that letter R, paper, and all of those things if you want to. I just know typically this week they're excited and it's really hard to get them to sit still for very long. So I tried to also give you guys a whole bunch of really fun active things to do. So I will show you on there. I'm also going to give you 2 different ways to do things. So this is the packet that I sent you and I just printed them all off on cardstock. And you can choose to just do these projects, do, one a day throughout the week, just keep it really simple. That's great too. However you want to do it. You can also do, like I was saying, the art papers. So those are available as well if you want to do those. But I did want to show you already know about the Halloween songbook. You've already got that. You guys have been doing it. The I'm a Little Pumpkin song is just a song that I emailed you. Then there's a candy corn craft, and that one's pretty simple. You just print off this one, and then I usually have them color it first just because we can talk about how the colors go, and then I let them cut up or rip the paper and put it on, and I usually do one color at a time to make sure that they understand, like it's not just kind of all the colors everywhere. And if you have it, in preschool, I usually give them a couple of the little candy corns so they can see it in person. The toilet paper mummies is also a super cute one. There's 2 different versions I have for you guys. You can either do this one or this one, but all you do is you cut it out, and I thought I had, let's see if I can show you an example, but you just have them, you drizzle white glue or Elmer's glue, gooey glue on them, and then let them tear off little pieces of toilet paper and glue them on. Like if they do strips, it usually works better. And then you cut them out after the glue is dried and it totally looks like a little mummy. And then I usually like to add little googly eyes, so that's a cute one too. But if you want it a little different effect, they could also cut out. They could also do it on the black and white version too. The Spookly the Square Pumpkin. This one is so much fun. They always turn out crazy, and that's kind of the point. So this is usually a tricky one for parents because there is no right way for it to look. So this is kind of their own. So in preschool, we'll read it. And if you have Netflix, the movie is on Netflix, yay! Or I think you can buy it off Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, I think it was like $3 or $2 to rent it or buy it. I can't remember, so it's super, super cheap. But we're gonna do Spookly the Square Pumpkin. It'd be great if they could watch the movie. I'll read them the book. And then I'll show you the idea. You just hand them a plain piece of white paper, and we've been learning about shapes, so we talk about that pumpkins can come in all shapes and sizes, just like people's come in all shapes and sizes. And then they draw, like this one was like a very large, like squarish oval. Okay, so they want to fill up their whole paper, and I'll show the kids these examples too, but we've got this cute little triangle pumpkin somebody drew, and then I always tell them to draw in pencil and leave room for a stem. Another kiddo drew a heart pumpkin. I've got an oval pumpkin, a square pumpkin. Not sure what shape that one is. A hexagon, another square pumpkin. So they can draw any shape they want. We just want it to be big enough that they can put a face on it. If it's too little, it makes it really tricky for them to cut out a face. But once they've drawn it, I just have them watercolor it. And then I give them some black paper. And we talk about shapes again. And then they just start creating their own face. And we kind of talk about how you can make a mouth, and they usually turn out super cute. And it's always fun to kind of see the different cute little pumpkins. We also talk about everybody's different colors. They can paint their pumpkin whatever color that they want. But these always turn out really cute. So that is Spookly the Square Pumpkin. And then we also have squares on a square pumpkin. That's on day 3. So then after you have the square, I just hand them, either you can cut them out or have them cut them out, a bunch of orange squares, and we just talk about we're putting squares on a square pumpkin, and then we cut out a leaf and a stem, and Jackson kind of put his leaf in a silly spot. But that's the squares on a square pumpkin, just kind of a fun way to do something a little bit different. And then the shape pumpkin craft is super cute. So you can do this one a couple different ways. You can use the pumpkin paper that I have, and they can just cut paper or draw shapes on their pumpkins. They could do this if this is easier for you. Or the cute project that I would do if they were, let's see, where'd it go? If they were in class with me, sorry friends, hold on, is we make a cute little shaped pumpkin guide. So here is an example of one. Like I let them cut out any shape they want for their pumpkins. And then we talk about the pumpkins can have different shapes of eyes and different shapes of teeth. And then we also, this is one that Jackson made. So he did kind of a rectangle pumpkin and circle eyes and square teeth. And we just put it on the background with some grass. So that one's super fun too. But if you don't have a bunch of construction paper, you can just use this one and have them create the face out of shapes on that one too. So that's kind of the shape pumpkin. And then the cotton ball ghosts. That one's also super cute. But you just need the little ghost page, and then you give them some cotton balls and have them pull the cotton balls apart. And it's really good fine motor skills to pull on those cotton balls, and then they just stick it all over the ghost. And then the last one is the Frankenstein craft. So option 1 is to do one of these paintings. They can just paint it or color it or decorate it or bingo dot it or glitter it or whatever you want to do. Or they can do, let me find it. This one is also so cute. So, so cute. If you take, let me show you these. They always turn out so cute. So for the girls, we always cut out a little bow shape to glue in their hair. But all you need is this green shape. Let me pull it out so you can see what it looks like. So you just need a green shape. This is just a small rectangle, and all I did with scissors is trim off the corners to kind of make the chin. And then a mouth piece, and then a hair piece, and I always let them stick the hair any way they want to. So that's pretty simple. And then out of blue paper, we'll cut out the little bolts, or you could do gray or whatever color bolts they want. And then I always do the white with the googly eyes, or you could just stick on googly eyes. It's really up to you how you want to do the craft. And then I let them, either they cut out the mouth themselves, or you can hand them a cut out mouth and they stick on the little teeth. But they always turn out so cute. It's a huge favorite of mine. So that's one way you can do it, or you could just have them paint it if you don't have all those materials. And then just kind of a bonus craft I wanted to show you guys, because it's also just kind of one of my favorite things, is we do this little pumpkin craft. And all you do, same thing, you just take that rectangular piece of paper and I just kind of curve the ends with my scissors. And then I cut out white circles for the eyes and black circles to make googly eyes. And then I cut out some leaves and little pink cheeks and things like that. And then we make the pumpkin. So I have them glue on the eyes. Like this is similar to the apple one we did in September. So stem, leaf, eyes, cheeks, and then it works better. Here's some cute ones. Jackson added a nose on here. Here's another one. So then they do a black line from cheek to cheek. And these usually turn out so cute. So that's kind of like a little bonus craft of some of my favorite things that I like to do. If you're feeling crafty this week, sometimes it's fun to just kind of put the school stuff aside and just craft all week, and that is totally fine too. Some other things they could do that always turns out kind of fun. One year we did a mosaic pumpkin where they just draw the shape of the pumpkin, or you can help them, and the stem, and then they fill in with different colors. So you just cut a bunch of little squares, and so they fill it all in with glue, and it takes a little bit of time, but it's really good for those fine motor skills. And then I didn't finish this, but once you put all the colors around, it actually turns out to be a really cool pumpkin. You can also alternate like orange and yellow, or different colors of orange or something like that to make it even more mosaic-y. But that's also a fun little craft. And then to give you one more idea is last year we made these cute little witches. And so it's just a rectangle piece of paper that I just trimmed into a triangle shape at the end. And then you need a triangle piece for the hat, and then like a little ovally shaped brim for this. And so I just let them rip paper, which you can't see because Jackson covered up the hat, but I let them rip black paper to make the hair, and then we created the hat, and I let them do to make their little witch. So that's also kind of a fun little activity that they can do throughout the week. But anyways, we're just gonna try to make it a really fun week. Normally we would have a Halloween party and paint pumpkins and do all sorts of cool stuff that way. So hopefully this gives you guys lots of fun ideas to make it be a really fun and exciting Halloween week. So anyways, I hope you guys have an awesome week. Please send me a message if you have any questions, and happy Halloween. Bye.